Hello, good people. Welcome back. We're going to be revisiting Horus for the first time in a while, and we're going to be playing some Horus Gate. So this is a list that was sent over to me by Void, who has been on the channel a couple of times now, so shout out to him for sure. I've had a lot of fun playing this list. I think it's really awesome, so excited to play it. Getting into it, though, we have one copy of the Big Daddy Horus level 8, of course. We have all 3 copies of level 6. We don't really need level 4 in this deck, so we're just playing the 6 and the 8. From there, we have 3 copies of Facilier, which is just awesome in this deck. Of course, no one ever calls 7, so a lot of times you're just going to get a big beater out of this, but also anytime we get this on the field and we have access to Metamorphosis, we can go into King Dragoon, which helps us summon our level 6 that may be in our hand, which also helps protect it from traps that target like Sakuretsu, Ring of Destruction, stuff like that. Maybe protect it through a Night Assailant effect while it attacks over it, and just helps us get into our level 8, and then also helps protect that. So King Dragoon, a very integral, very important part in this deck. And that, of course, is facilitated a lot by Facilier here. So that's why we're playing 3 of that. From there, we have the good cards. We have Demok and we have Cyberstein. Looking at the spells, of course, we have 3 Reasoning, 3 Monster Gate, 3 Scapegoat, 3 Metamorphosis. We have a bunch of good cards that we don't really need to talk about, except for My Body as a Shield. We're going to talk about that one for a second. I love this card. This is a card that, you know, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know I used to champion this card quite a bit back when I was a Warrior player. I think this card makes a whole lot of sense in this deck. Just helps protect your Horuses from traps and from, you know, any sort of destruction effect. Of course, Tribe is very good against this deck, and My Body as a Shield is just insane against Tribe. So excited to play with this card again. It has been a while. From there, I guess I can also talk about only 1 copy of Trunade. Usually you see 3 in the RGT decks, but I believe this deck is only opting to play 1 because we're playing 2 copies of Royal Decree in the main, and we don't want to get the deck, you know, too bricky. And Royal Decree obviously has really good synergy with level 8, so I think that's sort of the reasoning behind that. I didn't ask, but it makes sense to me. If you have too many Trunades and too many Royal Decrees together, it can get really bricky, so I kind of like the idea behind the 1 and 2 split here. Looking at the side, we do have our copy of Jinzo here, as well as 2 copies of Spell Canceller if we happen to run up against another RGT deck. Got a couple of good one-ofs in the spells. We have Swords, Brain Control, another copy of My Body as a Shield, and a Token Thanksgiving for those control decks and burn decks, I suppose. And traps, we have our 3rd Decree, a couple of Threatening Roars, again for those mirror matches. We have Trap Trinity, and we have a couple of Sakuretsu Armors for the aggro decks. So that's going to be the deck. Let's get into some matches, see if we can have a good time. All right, we've got our first match here against Hummus, the chickpea blend itself. I don't know why, like, random food names are always just like so funny to me. I remember back when I played Magic, someone on Magic Online had the username Southwest Chicken Salad, and I always just thought it was so funny. Got a pretty good hand here. Heavy Storm and a Giant Trunade to go along with a Scapegoat and a Monster Gate. Can't really complain about that, right? Call of the Haunted if we need to get something back. Opponent leading on a T set. Okay, all right. Facilier. I mean, I could Monster Gate here, but I don't really think I want to do that. I think what I want to do is just attack with Facilier. Sure. Let's get some information going, see what this monster is. If it's a Deco, I'd like to clear it. And if not, that's fine too. Let's just get in there. And, you know, if this draws out like a... Oh. Well... I guess I wish I hadn't attacked into an Apprentice Magician, of all things. All right, that's pretty cool. Let's set Scapegoat. I don't think I need to set the Call of the Haunted yet. I do have Heavy Storm in my hand. So, they've got the MST. Okay, that's unfortunate. But not the end of the world. They can get back this MST currently with the Moth. That's okay. Maybe they were sandbagging a Trinity piece. But no, looks like they're just going to get back MST. Okay, we can play around that pretty easily. And, oh no. Oh no. All right. Okay. Well, we're going to get run over by the chicken, so that's pretty cool. I'll take 1,000 here. I love Apprentice Magician into Hand of Nephthys. This is awesome. Okay. So Sacred Phoenix is on the board. I'm probably just going to have to Heavy Storm. Oh, man. Yeah, okay. I guess, well... No, this is fine. I'm just gonna Heavy Storm. hoping that this is MST and we can clear it so we can use the Call of the Haunted to... Oh, it's just Torrential? Well, how do we play around that exactly? I guess we can set 2 and see if the opponent... Yeah, let's set 2. See if the opponent throws off a blind MST. Maybe they hit the Metamorphosis. Then we can use Call of the Haunted as a way to get through this Sacred Phoenix. And they summon Sangan. Okay, so we take 2,400, no big deal. And another 1,000 from the Sangan. It's okay. Could use a lot of things. Oh, they're not going to set the MST. Okay, so we have life here. Monster Gate coming in. Yeah. So, well, if we hit a level 6, we can attack over this Sangan. And then we can get... Big boy? Alright, you know what? we have a sure way to attack over the Sacred Phoenix, but I want more. Let's go ahead and tribute this off and see if we can get into level 6 here and just take out... No, we get a Demock. Okay. Okay. Well, Demock's pretty good. So I guess I'm just going to get back the Scapegoat then, right? Sure. Let's just get back the Scapegoat. And we're not going to do any more true nating or whatever now. Let's attack... Let's just... Yeah, let's just clear the Phoenix. Let's just get it out of here. I'm glad I was greedy. I'm often greedy with the RGT decks. It's just so fun to slam down the Monster Gate, spin the wheel, right? But Phoenix is out of here. The Sangan's not looking great in the face of Demock. We know MST is one of the cards in hand. Oh, enemy controller? Okay. That's fine. That's fine. They do get their search off of Sangan now. So, enemy controller is such a sick card. But we are protected from the attacks, of course, because we do have the Scapegoat down here. Next turn, maybe we do a little bit more monster gating. Oh, this Call of the Haunted actually staying on the field is pretty nice as well, because we can Giant Trunade it back to our hand. Now, there's the MST taking out the Scapegoat. That's fine with me. And yeah, so the only card we know about from the opponent now is Sinister Serpent, which isn't doing a whole lot here. God dang it. I guess we'll die to Tribe then. Yeah. Okay. I can posture like I've got some sort of battle trap here, right? But I assume the opponent's going to be attacking and killing me here. Yeah. Unfortunate, but let's go to game 2. We kind of just got run over in that one, but we're looking at Apprentice Magician Control, it seems. So I guess we probably want the Token Thanksgiving. They didn't show Scapegoat, but if you're playing hand, you're probably playing some number of Scapegoats. So let's bring that in. I don't think we want My Body as a shield. Like, of course they have Tribe. Every deck has Tribe in it, but I don't think I need to bring in a second copy just because of that. It might just be My Body as a shield, though. Yeah, Torrential's not great. They didn't show any back row really at all. We did see the Torrential. They probably have stuff like Regeki Break and stuff, because like you want a bunch of traps that can just turn on your Sacred Phoenix. So I think I'm just gonna bring in the Token Thanksgiving, call it a day there. And honestly, I might just cut My Body. Well, I think what I'm actually going to do is I am going to bring in the My Body as a shield. I've done a 180. Now that I'm thinking about it, the opponent is very likely to bring in, even more removal just because we're an RGT deck. So I think the second My Body does make more sense than I was giving it credit for. This is not bad. This is not bad at all. Throw down the Upstart Goblin. Grab a draw. Okay. So we can turn 1 this with a King Dragoon if we want to, but I think I just want to wait. Yeah, let's just pass the turn. There's no reason to throw out Cyberstein, pay 5,000 life points, turn 1. And then, like, we're protected from Snatch Steal because we would go into King Dragoon and summon this out, but it's a little risky. I know I took a little bit of a risk with the Monster Gate last game, but okay, opponent grabs Thunder Dragons and then passes. Okay, well, this might be a short one here. We'll slam down reasoning. If these reasonings connect, we are good to go. They call 8. Yeah, that's not going to work out for you, opponent. Horus level 6, come on down. Unfortunately, we're not going to summon out a level 8 in this game, but that's okay. We have game 3 for that. We'll throw down another reasoning, and they call 8 again. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, this game's over. Horus level 6, summon this Cyberstein. And I'm just going to do it the fun way. Oh, man. I was going to get King Dragoon, and I was going to summon the 3rd copy of level 6. I mean, that game was just kind of a blowout, right? That's just kind of how it is. Now that I see the Thunder Dragons, I know they are on that. Do I want to cut the card destruction? Maybe bring back in a Jar of Greed? Maybe. Card destruction, yeah, you know what? I'm not the biggest fan of card destruction anyway. So, and I'm kind of okay cutting it because, like, it's a way to dig for some other cards, but I also don't want to give my opponents free value so they can get into their defensive cards against me. So I think that's totally fine. Okay, we see the old T set, maybe a little bit of lag there. My body as a shield's not bad. Oh, if we hit Facilier. Ooh, if we hit Facilier here, or a level 6, honestly, we're looking pretty good. So I'm just going to lead on Upstart. Get a draw. Stein. Okay. Okay. I'm going to Reasoning first. They call 8. Okay. Any Faciliers off the top? No, but we do get a level 6. So, do I want a Stein is the question. I do have my body as a shield, but I don't think I need to Stein. If I go into Stein, I can... It's just not doing as much here, and I want to kind of keep my life points high for my body as a shield. Sure. I'm just going to attack with the level 6 here and hope that's not Night Assailant. It is Magician of Faith. Okay, awesome. So main phase 2, I'll set to my body. And in phase, we will declare the effect of level 6, and let's go get the level 8 himself, as the opponent says, absolute power. All right, let's pass the turn. Uh-oh. They're clicking on my card and typing. Uh-oh. What are we thinking, opponent? It's not Decree. It's not Decree, unfortunately. But I'll give him the smiley face. What we got, opponent? Breaker. Okay. That's kind of sad, but we lose our My Body as a shield. We can get King Dragoon on the next turn, but also, like, Oh, we could get Ryu Senshi. How good is Ryu Senshi here? We get 2 activations. If we snatch this, it's 23, 53. It's not quite lethal. This one's interesting. I could also go into King Dragoon, but then we lose out to, like, Mirror Force, stuff like that. I think I will summon Cyberstein. All right, activate the effect. Okay, let's grab our Ryu Senshi here and hope we don't die. Because if I have to activate this twice, then the opponent only needs a Battle Ox. Let's just attack with level 8, just in case there's a Rush Recklessly or something over there, even though we can negate that. We'll play around whatever we can to keep our Ryu Senshi alive. There's just no downside to attacking with the level 8 here. Horus be attacking opponent. Raigeki break. Targeting? No. I will negate that, thank you. Okay. Ryu Senshi get in there. And Cyberstein get in there. And now, let's see. I kind of want to set some back row just as like a little bit of a bluff or something. Say that I can protect my Cyberstein. But I also kind of want to keep like... Why do I want to keep Lightning Vortex around? It doesn't matter. Like, I can negate Heavy Storm, right? Sure. I can negate MST as well. So I'm just going to set a couple. I don't think there's really any downside to that. But I am at a healthy 2,000. The opponent needs something 2,700 to kill me. Jar of Greed is fine. We'll let that one go. Well, they have Dark Light in the graveyard. Tribe. Come on, man. They can't get rid of everything. Sacred Phoenix, sure. What are we calling? Dragon? Okay. So Horus is gone, which is unfortunate, but... Yeah, they can't get rid of everything. I assuming they're going to call Warrior. Yeah, we lose our Ryu Senshi. We have Snatch Steal as a follow-up, which is pretty nice. We can even tribute for level 6 if we want to. Oh, Scapegoat. Scapegoat's actually pretty good here, too. Yeah, I guess I'm going to Snatch Steal. And I think I'm just going to attack first, because if that's a trap, I would like for that to be used. And 2,300 versus 1,600 doesn't actually change the clock at all. So, yeah. Now let's get rid of the tribe, summon out level 6, see if this is good. Now, the opponent can Heavy Storm. That would kind of be unfortunate. There's also, like, if I get myself into a position, I can summon out another Ryu Senshi, and I do have another activation. Okay, no play. We love that. Oh, Prima. Premature Burial. They didn't do anything on that attack. I could get back another level 6. It's kind of risky. You know what? This back row's been here forever, and it hasn't taken out anything. I don't think it's real. I don't think it's real. Target level 6. Looks like we're getting the GGs. It is. Oh, it's enemy controller. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I just couldn't ever target the level 6s, and of course level 8 while it was on the field was turning it off. So played this one. Maybe I don't think I played this game 3 too greedy. I had a read on this back row that the Premature Burial was going to be able to take them out. Setting these cards was maybe a little bit unnecessary, but the opponent had like the one out to my entire board with the tribe. So, sweet deck though. Always love seeing the Apprentice Magician stuff. Always love seeing the chicken. This was awesome, but hey, we got a game. Let's see if we can get another. Match number 2. Hopefully this one can go just as well as the first one. All right, we get to go first. It's a pretty good start. Let's see if we can get a good hand here. We already summoned the level 8, so I have done everything that I need to do here. We have a Reasoning with Demock in hand, which, a lot of people do call 8. So that could be good. It could be bad. Okay, well, speaking of level 8, that is not what we want to see in the hand. But I'm going to set Scapegoat. I'm going to set Jar of Greed. I'm going to pass the turn. And we're going to see what the opponent has here. I do like this setup, even though we drew the level 8, especially having the Metamorphosis to go along with the Scapegoat. The opponent leads on Thunder Dragon. Cool. Maybe between Reasoning and Meta going for Tear, we can actually just like summon out this Demock. I've done that quite a bit, playing some RGT decks. Breaker. I don't care about that. What are we breaking? We're breaking the Scapegoat? Okay, that's fine. I will get my value here. You can attack over one of the goats, no big deal. Tear's a little awkward if I draw into like a level 6 here, right? Call of the Haunted. Okay, well that's good for helping out our reasoning if the opponent calls it correctly, right? So I think, yeah, let's just lead on Jar of Greed. See what we draw here. Oh, Monster Gate. That's really good. Definitely don't have to go all in here though. The opponent does have a back row. And they're low on resources anyway. I'm just gonna lead on meta. See if this can draw out like a Raigeki break or something. Maybe we look like a control deck to the opponent right now. They just remove this this Tear. Then we can Reasoning and Monster Gate. Okay. That is not what's going to happen, but... Yep, we can just play this a little bit conservatively here. I know, in the last match I'm like, ooh, let's get greedy. But I know when to rein myself in a little bit. Alright, I'm going to set the Call of the Haunted. And I'm going to pass the turn. If the opponent heavy storms, the heavy storm. Cool. Jar of Greed, that's fine. Really want the Call of the Haunted down just for reasoning purposes. Potentially Monster Gate purposes as well. If we like Reasoning and Monster Gate summon the Demock, then we can get back whatever we reasoninged into. Or the Monster Gate. We'll see. Opponent at 7,400. They have 2 Thunder Dragons in hand, so they've got 4 other cards to work with. Tribe here. Oh man, I'm going to be saying Tribe's annoying a lot, I'm sure, with this deck. Tribe here would be very annoying, but it's fine. We can run it over with Reasoning or something. Oh, Sangan. Okay. That cannot attack. You thought you were going to take out one of my Go tokens, opponent. You are not. Only Tear can attack here. Alright, we see a back row. Snatch Steel. That's interesting. I don't really want to snatch the Sangan. I kind of just want to wait on that. I could make the Monster Gate into Demock play, but I don't really think that's incredible here. Because, like, yeah. Alright, I'm just going to attack over the Sangan. See if they have a way to deal with this Tear. Nope. Or at least they're not going to get their Sangan effect. That makes a lot of sense. See what they search up. If it's like a Night Assailant or something, that's perfectly fine, whatever. We have, of course, Snatch Steel to deal with a Chaos Monster, which might be their out to Tear at some point. So that would be pretty nice. And, you know, we're sitting on some powerful stuff. We can draw into Heavy Storm, Giant Trunade, Royal Decree. There's even an MST in this deck, I think. DD Warrior Lady. Okay, that's a way to deal with Tear. Alright, I'll just pass the turn. I'm okay with attacking Tear into DD Warrior Lady as well. Just getting them both banished. That's not really the end of the world here. I could also potentially Monster Gate too. So then like Tear attack into DD Warrior Lady and they have to decide whether they want to get rid of it or not, because then my next monster could attack. But that might be a little too cute, honestly. We'll see what they want to do. Okay. Oh, meta. cost? Serpent. Okay. All right. They have a tear of their own. Things get interesting now. There you go. Enjoy. Do we have... Well, they can't Tsukuyomi this turn. But we know about DD Warrior Lady, Thunder Dragon, and we will know about Sinister Serpent, assuming they put it back in their hand at some point. So we've got some good information going on here. They don't do anything else. Oh, another Monster Gate. Man, it's kind of tempting to demock now, especially with this Call of the Haunted. I know I don't actually give up my Snatch Steal, though, is the thing. Maybe I Snatch first. No, I'm just going to go ahead and Reasoning first. 4? Okay, well, we don't have a 4 here. Ooh. Well, Stein could change things here. If I go into Ryu Senshi, then we're looking at a lot of damage here. I think that's what I'm going to do. See if the opponent has a response here. They do not. Okay, so Ryu Senshi, come on down. And I totally forgot about Stein. That's pretty sick. Let's snatch the tear. Tribute these for demock. This is such a sick turn. I'm just going to target Snatch Steal. There's no reason for me to get back Reasoning or anything like that. I guess Book of Moon would be the reason. Well, I have Call of the Haunted. I guess Call of the Haunted only gets back Cyberstein because I did it this way. Okay, sure, whatever. Give me that tear back too. Thank you. Monster Gate is good. Maybe I should have gotten back Monster Gate. No, it's fine. It's fine. Fusilier, come on down. And then I'm going to Monster Gate one more time. Yeah. We're protected from Book of Moon. Everything's good here. I don't think the demock decision actually mattered. Now that I think about it, here comes Horus level 6. Come on down. I've got Ryu Senshi here. My opponent has 1 back row. I think we're all right. I think we might take this one. Yeah, Mirror Forest. No. I remember my effect. Get that out of here. Let's go to game 2. So, a DD Warrior Lady is interesting. So it could be Turbo. It could be Chaos Warrior. But we saw Meta. It's not Chaos Warrior. So, opponent. Where are you going? I had such a sick turn. I want to play more. That's okay. I'm going to leave this one in here because that was a lot of fun, but I'm going to go ahead and grab another one too. Match number 2.5 here. I like to leave in the sort of rage quit moments whenever the deck like does its thing or does a really cool thing and then the opponent leaves. So it's not like I don't leave in every rage quit where it's just like the opponent sees 1 card and they leave or whatever. Sometimes I do in like the latter series. But I think it's cool to if something cool happened, something fun happened, to go ahead and leave that in there. But yeah, it looks like we're playing against Warriors here, which is, probably not a great matchup for me, but that's all right. I think I kind of want a Heavy Storm here to protect my Scapegoat. Scapegoat's very valuable in the matchup, pretty good in this hand. I just pick up a +1 off the Heavy. If they've got more back row, they've got more back row. It's fine. I don't like Heavy Storming turn 1. You know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm going to take the 50-50 here. If they have a Dust Tornado or an MST, they do not. Okay, so paid off for for keeping the Heavy in hand. We are heavy-handed. Shout out to Petty, the pun master. I'm going to flip Scapegoat here. If they want to tribe me, they can tribe me. think like keeping a high life total doesn't matter as much for this deck as it would for something like Machine Gate. But I still think keeping the high life total is totally fine. Oh, well, never mind. I guess it does matter, doesn't it? I don't think I can really kill the opponent here. But I can throw down Heavy Storm. Maybe we get into a level 6, and we can go into level 8. I'm going to flip Jog. Oh, the opponent set... Oh, Reasoning? Well... yeah, I guess we see what we hit off of the Monster Gate first, right? Before I summon Stein. Okay. Let's do that. Something good here. Level 6 is good. Okay, so we can go into level 8, which is pretty big. If I Lightning Vortex, then we get in for 23, 65, 72. We're so close. What if I Reasoning here? I could just attack with level 6. I don't hate that. But also, I could go into reuse Cinchi, and then I could have Cinchi plus... No, then we just get eaten alive by Tribe, right? Alright. I'm going to be a coward. I'm just going to attack with level 6. We get in some damage. We clear the monster. We get to go into level 8. Ring and Mirror Force are both gone, which is pretty nice, and a Rhoda. So, okay. Oops, looking at the extra deck. If Horus level 8 was an extra deck monster, that would be so much better. Just summon it out of the extra so you don't have to have the chance of drawing this. That'd be great, but we'll see if the opponent has an answer to it. If they do, I have Reasoning plus Cyberstein follow-up. It appears they don't. All right, playing against Warriors, I think I want a lot of cards. I remember citing... with this before, and it was like I took out a lot of stuff. I can't remember. I can cut the Cyberstein. That's totally fine. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a lot of cards I want to bring in, so maybe I don't bring in all of these. Honestly, I can cut the MST. I'm bringing in the Third Decree. I could cut Trune, but I don't want to. I think what I ended up doing was cutting the Upstart Goblins and then cutting the Call of the Haunted. Call of the Haunted's so good here, though, right? I could cut a level 6. I'm bringing in a 6. That's kind of... it's kind of weird, but I think I'm actually going to cut the level 6. I think even though I'm bringing in, 3 copies of Royal Decree, you do still want your traps. Just kind of sequence them in a way that makes sense. Sometimes it ends up being a little bit of a non-bow, but that's okay. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. That is not the Horus that I wanted in my hand. But opponent leading on Pot of Greed. Okay. Can't complain about this hand. Reasoning with my body as a shield, brain control. The opponent sets 1. Second Reasoning. Okay. I could also get behind the fact that I just completely oversighted. Going back to the sighting a little bit. Didn't mention that, but they do call 6. Okay. And we hit a 7. Sick. Do I want to Reasoning? I think I do want a Reasoning again. Just get a whole bunch of damage going for this Brain Control and Call of the Haunted to clean up? Sure. Let's play it out. Let's see if they call 6 again. We do have... I think it's a 50-50 now, right? Because we have 3 level 6s and we have 2 level 7s and an 8. It's too free. It's too free. I think I'm just going to get back Pot of Greed. It could be Snatch Steal. This is 56, put the opponent at 24. I'm going to get back Pot of Greed. I think the Reasoning here is a little too greedy. Because I think the opponent's going to call 6, and now it's just a really good chance that we hit 6. I think playing the first one is totally free. I guess the Pot of Greed is good. Meta. And Monster Gate? Okay. Well, I'm gonna start clicking some attacks here. You got a Mirror Force? No, they don't even have a Mirror Force? Wow. Alright. I'm going to set Call of the Haunted. I'm going to set my body as a shield then. And I don't think I need to meta here. I could get, King Dragoon. It's not really worth it. Gatling Dragon, not really worth it. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to pass the turn. The onus is on the opponent to take these out. If they have Tribe, well, I get to absolutely blow them out with my body as a shield. Their turn 1 set was just a Dust Tornado. Man. Not great. Snatch, okay. Okay. We've got a game then. Though I do have Brain Control Monster Gate, and the opponent's at 2,400, so... this is fine. I believe these both get banished. I'm fairly certain that's how that works, even if the Demok would die. Breaker. Alright, I lose my body as a shield. And now they've got a bunch of back rows to follow up? Am I going to lose this? Royal Decree says maybe not. Okay. Not going to Brain Control just yet, though. Just going to set the Decree, pass the turn. Hopefully that can lock down their back row. They have another Dust? Alright. Okay. Well, I thought I kind of had this game locked up, but then Dust Tornado plus Breaker plus second Dust on the Royal Decree is pretty good. Now we have Donzalug. Oh, no. Oh, no. Opponent, you attacked with the other monster. You can't... No, what's my Monster Gate? This is bad. Okay. This is... okay, Jinzo. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please don't have Solemn Judgment, opponent. I'd like to take your Breaker, please. Book of Moon. Oh, no. I'm going to lose this game? I guess maybe I should have grabbed back Snatch Steal or Giant Trune. I just didn't think I needed to. Alright, King Tiger coming down. Not flipping Breaker. Interesting. Playing around that Mirror Force. I do have Mirror Force in the deck, but... I'm not gonna shark my opponent on that. Draw another My Body as a shield. You know what? They've been playing pretty scared, so I'm gonna set this and still posture like it's Mirror Force before I can just concede here. Tribute Breaker for... why is... I know it's in the deck for Royal Decree, but I don't think you're supposed to bring in Mobius here. Wow. That was not good. That was not good. I think I'm just gonna run it back. Guys, sometimes that's gonna happen, right? I just thought with My Body as a shield and Call of the Haunted backup that things were just gonna go super well. But that's all right. Here's an interesting thing. I think I'm just gonna set Scapegoat and pass the turn. I don't think there's any reason to extend any of these into a Heavy Storm. And, like, the Torrential doesn't work super well with a Scapegoat or whatever anyway, so we can just kind of leave the traps at home. What I really want to do, I want my opponent to summon a monster, flip up Scapegoat in the attack, meta, tear, tribute for level 6. Opponent leads on Pot of Greed again. Kaiku, that's fine. Yep, I'm just going to flip those goats here. I know I don't even have Cyberstein left in the deck now, but the opponent can't tribe me here. Alright, they set a couple of back row. Oh, I draw Swords. Swords is pretty good. Do I want to meta for tear? I kind of do. I've got all of this backup. Sure. Yeah, let's be a little aggressive here. I'm not going to summon out level 6, but I think using tear to help clear back row is pretty good. Opponent not communicating with me. Okay. They have a Book of Moon. I'm going to activate Swords, and I think I'm going to set the Mirror Force as well. If they have Heavy Storm, they have Heavy Storm, but I really want to protect this tear, if at all possible. Yeah, and we see they do have Dust Tornado. So Swords is gone. Now I have Mirror Force to help protect against multiple attacks, potentially. They're just going to attack with a Kaiku. I'll still Mirror Force it. I think that's totally fine. Thought there was a good chance if they had another monster, they would summon it there because the coast is kind of clear, right? Another Saku is not bad. No light in the graveyard. We have 3 unknowns in hand. What really hurts me here? Tribe's pretty good, but I think I'm just going to set double Saku. I just don't need to set the Torrential just yet. Yep. Set double Saku just in case they had another Dust Tornado. Man, they've been drawing their Dust Tornadoes. It's pretty good for them. Another Kaiku comes down, sure. I'll just go ahead and Saku that. Another back row. Okay. Another level 6. All right. I guess I do run it out now. Sure. One of them. See if this pulls out any back row here. Let's just get in there. Saku, sure. Now I will set Torrential. I might not use it if the opponent summons a monster on the next turn. Ooh, King Tiger. Yeah, I'm going to allow that. Be a little greedy again. Try to get some value. A little bit of extra value out of the Torrential Tribute. Oh, Monster Gate's a good draw. Okay, so that was one of the reasons why I wanted to keep the Goat token around. And nothing that I hit off of this can be stopped by King Tiger because the Stein's no longer in the deck. Maybe a Demock here? Demock would be pretty good. Or we can just mill until the end of time. Okay, okay. Nope, that's a level 8. Oh my god. There we go, finally. Delicious. So now summoning out this level 6 doesn't even do anything. Alright, let's just attack into the King Tiger. I guess it stops against Book of Moon. That's fine, right? King Tiger can't attack over this. Presumably most of my opponent's monsters can't attack over this. Except that one. But that's alright. I can flip Torrential. We clear the board. I only have 10 cards left in my deck. And that is not a good one to draw. Alright, I'll just pass the turn. Even if I had summoned out the level 6, it wouldn't have done anything there. Oh my god. I guess most of what's left in my deck is the monsters, right? Come on, man. Come on. Don't do this to me, deck. Delinquent Duo is fine. Whatever. We lose our one normal summonable monster. Okay. Do I still have Premature Burial? Oh, I do still have Prima. Okay. Okay, I'm going to ditch the Demock then. I think that's my avenue to victory here. What else you got, opponent? Sombra can't attack, so I'm fine with that monster being there. Nothing? Heavy? Okay. So you're saying there's a chance. Another back row? Prima. Royal Decree. Okay. I guess I'll set it. May as well, right? Pass the turn. Where's my Prima? I need to get it soon or I'll deck out, but Scapegoat. Does Scapegoat help at all? How many metas do I have left? None? Yeah, Scapegoat's not really doing anything then, right? I'll just leave it in hand. Pass the turn. I guess Scapegoat can protect my life points. I don't really care about that too much, right? Sasuke, okay. No light in the graveyard just yet. I guess I do have to worry about BLS at some point. Ooh. My Body as a Shield could actually be good. Okay, I think I am going to set the Scapegoat now. Maybe I should have anyway. But now it is actually protecting the life points. I need to draw this Prima, like, now. Alright. I didn't want a Royal Decree before playing the Scapegoat, because I don't care if my opponent Solemn Judgments it. Oh, they're going to attack with a Zom too. Okay. I lose 2 goats. No big deal. Prima. There we go. Delicious. I guess I will flip up Royal Decree. See if that can bait out a Solemn Judgment. That would be excellent. No? I guess I do play around Book of Moon 2 here then. Man, what am I getting with... well, we'll see. We'll see. Let's Heavy Storm first. Get rid of Smashing Ground and Torrential. Okay, so glad I got rid of those. Let's Prima. Get back Demock. And now, like, I have access to everything. I could Snatch Steal. I can Snatch Steal Tribute for Jinzo. That's pretty good. And then I can Demock into the Sasuke. That seems really good. Yeah, because they don't have a light in their graveyard. Sure. Okay, so let's snatch the Zombra. And then let's get rid of that. So I have not summoned this turn. Summon out Jinzo. So now we're protected against traps. Demock attacks into Sasuke. They take 1,000. They lose their light. Jinzo gets in for 24. So they're 3,600. Set my body as a shield. Pass the turn. Oh, God. Please don't have Heavy Storm. Just... No. Opponent. Opponent. You're not supposed to do this. Please don't follow up with Tribe now, too. Snatch? That might be even worse. I'm going to lose now. I don't think I have anything to... I don't think I have a way to get this back. Okay. Facilier, yeah, it's not doing it. I don't have any metas left. I guess I'm just going to set it, pass the turn. I don't think I have a way to win here. Other than my opponent just screwing up. I'm going to lose by... Knock and level 2? Why? All right. Oh, ring? No, that's not going to do it. That's not going to do it. I'm going to click on your cards too. All right. Unfortunately, we're going to lose by deck out here. I thought I had found a way to win the game here at the very end, but you know, sometimes you just don't get there. I think Warrior is not a great matchup, but I think Mind Control's in the deck too. Wild. But yeah, unfortunately, not going to get there, but I think, maybe I oversighted a little bit, but I don't know. The protection, all the protection stuff seemed pretty good there. The Royal Decree seemed pretty good there. So I'm not, the opponent's talking, but I'm trying to wrap up a video here. I'll show them the cards here in a second if they don't leave. But yeah, not able to get there in this last match. But hey, those were some good games. I thought I was going to win game 2 and game 3, and we just didn't get there. But hey, that's going to be the video for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back with the next one.